And this is
Nate.
yes.
Yes, yes. We have something special to show you today. We decided to highlight or feature some of our mother's quilts.
Yes, we have talked in the past about how our mother loved to quilt, so we thought we would share some of those with you.
Yes, yes. So before
excited.
we get into it, we have our little saying. And this is so appropriate for what we're going to do. Let your work brag about you.
Ah, that is so appropriate. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, Mom was not much of a bragger at all. She's a very humble woman. And sometimes she doubted her quilts, but they were all beautiful.
That's true. Yeah. There would be, she'd be like, this one's not turning out right. The colors aren't right, or blah, 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 or this is wrong. And of course, we always see our own mistakes more than other people do. But
and the funny thing about that is I used to say to her, oh, I don't know. I don't like those colors together. And she just think they were wonderful colors together. But you go to those quilt shows and you see stuff and you're like, oh, I would have never put that together.
Right. That's true.
Good. It's the whole creative process. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And what's pretty to one person is not to the next. So we each have our own viewpoint of things. So that's what's great about the creative process. Oh, you got your cup. What's in your cup?
Cherry cola this morning.
Ooh, mine is an herbal tea with, it's chamomile and lavender. And I was looking at the ingredients and there's a few other things in there. Licorice root. It's a calming tea.
I was going to say, won't that put you to sleep?
I'm hoping not.
I'd be like, oh yeah, well.
Yeah, no, so, and Nathan actually has his.
Nate, do you have a cup this morning?
Well, it's about as much of his cup as he can have. Take it and show everybody what you have to drink.
What you gonna drink, Nate? Show me your cup. No?
Are you gonna show it? You wanted to show it. There's his cup. And what's in there? What's in there? Iced tea. Good. I don't know if you could hear him, but he said iced tea. So
iced tea, yeah,
he loves iced tea.
He does. He likes his iced tea.
Yes, he does. So he said he wanted to be in. So we'll see how long he lasts here. He's fading fast already.
Yeah.
Sit up.
So.
So everybody get yourself your cup of whatever to chill out, relax with us, and watch us as we show you just a sampling of our mother's quilts. And we'll show more if you're interested, because
these here that we're showing are quilt tops.
Yes.
After my mom had passed away, we went up to the attic to clean out the house, and we found boxes and boxes and boxes of quilt tops that were not finished. So my goal is to finish them. Not all of them, because I gave them to my sister.
That's a good thing to remember. I have half and she has half. So Mom was very prolific, but sewing for her was it was an outlet. It was very creative for her, and she loved doing it. Like we said, she was sewing and she was designing her own quilt patterns up to 2 days before she passed. So,
and when she was told that she was going to have a end of life coming soon, she said, I don't have time for this. I have quilts I'm working on.
She did. Yeah. She did.
Yeah. So I'll show you the first one. I just picked these out of the box.
That's what I did.
This one I'll talk about later, but the other ones I just picked out of the box.
Yeah. Okay, so I did the same thing Dory did. I just grabbed 5 quilts off of the top of the pile.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay. And she used, now it was interesting for some of her quilts, and this is one of her quilts that she did this with. Not all of them she did. You can see the backing on here.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
She sewed. Now what that is, these are old sheets. She would go get sheets from, yard sales or whatever. And this is just, you can see, okay, this is one of her scrap quilts. Let me show you. Let me get it kind of peeled apart here. I left it folded. I should have been more prepared for you.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes. Now, is that cottons or, those are
This
cottons?
is all cottons.
Yeah,
And
she
so
likes
she
that.
had a design to it. You know, you can see the big square there. Actually, Nathan, can you hang on to this a minute? Hang on to it a minute. I'm going to do a little bit of adjusting, guys, because some of these quilts, I'm going to pull this back so you can kind of get more of the pattern of it. But you can see these are all individual. These are all little individual areas, which that she just kind of sewed together, and they're different sizes.
Yeah.
And she was really good at that.
Yeah.
Just taking those scraps and let me see. These are all multicolored, pretty much.
And then if you notice, she put a little square in between each. Yes.
Yeah. Little square in between each block, I guess you would call it. I myself am not a quilter.
I'm a big quilter, as in not very good, but I have made a couple.
Yeah. But so that's how this one is. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know what she called it. But that's this quilt, and it's pretty heavy already. Nathan, let go of the quilt already. we'll pull this back here.
You know that because she has the sheeting, the patterns, so the fabric sewn onto the sheeting, that makes it a heavier quilt. Yeah,
it does. It does. It makes it a heavier quilt, and I love the colors in it. It's just colorful. And yeah. Okay, Nate, you don't want that quilt anymore? No. Okay. We're done with this one.
Yes.
Shall we go to another one, Nate? You want to see mine?
Should we go to a different one?
Here is one that's similar to yours in the fact that it has.
Oh, the block with the blue.
Yes, and I think it.
Oh, but those are done.
I think it's the same quilt.
Oh, you know what? No, it's not. No. Look at what she did. Look at what she did.
Are all at an angle.
Yours are on an angle, and mine are all, either vertical or horizontal, however you want to see it.
Strips. This is a strip quilt.
Yep. So, and this is two of a different sort because it's just, like this is a long strip and this is 3 little blocks. This is a strip, then this little tiny strip there. Yeah, that's what she did. Both of these are based on the same concept, only that's on an angle. And this one is on vertical and horizontal.
Yes. Well,
pretty cool.
I would have never noticed that if we hadn't been talking about it right now.
Yep. And look at, if you can, some of the fabrics, you've got that red with the blue up there in the corner. You can't see it. It's flashed by too quickly. Oh. This red and blue, she must have had a lot of that because there's some red and blue there.
She does have a lot of that. I have some right down here. There it is.
Yep. There it is again.
I'm cleaning up my sewing room and going through all my boxes of fabric, and there's quite a bit of that fabric yet still.
Oh, you still have quite a bit. So somebody must have given her like maybe yardage of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes. In fact, it's fun because as I'm looking at the quilt, I'm like, oh, I have some of that fabric. Oh, I have some of that fabric. Yes. So what's your next one?
Well, my next one, looking at it, of course, Mom was given all sorts of fabric. And this is a child's quilt or baby's quilt top that she made for somebody. And it's like a crib quilt. And this is actually fully half of it.
Aww.
And she was very careful about centering. Well, like this one, this is what she did with this one. Look at, there's kitty cats in the middle.
Yes, kitty cats.
That's her middle of that. That's her center. And then, like she's got a frog and a rainbow over here. But this is pretty much pieced different sizes. It's she has her regular, there's a smaller square, a big square. And look at here even, you can see where she took and sewed. There's a strip here, but this comes over and it looks like an L shape there.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's all top stitched. This one is every square is top stitched.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah. So, and then she's got some more kitty cats over here. Kitty cat. This has got a kitty cat theme, I think, for the most part.
Yeah.
But you know, she took whatever fabrics people gave her. And so these were all children's fabrics. And this is all cotton. And this is on the back of the sheet.
Yes. Very
She
good.
sewed this all on what, this is all one piece. This sheet is.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it's very nice. That's very cute. Of course, you know, as children's clothing, children's designs all change just like adults do, just like, you know, so all of these patterns are, unless somebody likes vintage things, they really wouldn't like this today because the patterns aren't pretty much in style today. Oh, but it's cute. There's a little girl, it says strawberry juice, 2 cents. Very cute. So that was my next one.
So this one, she has no backing on it at all. She sewed each piece. And this is a very light colored one.
Oh, okay, yes.
And it has.
Oh, there's a name for that. Oh, well, now wait a minute. That looks like a pinwheel. But then she used.
So I wonder, is it a sampler? Where it has different.
It looks like a sampler to me because it looks like she's playing with that design all over the place. Yeah.
But
yep.
It's very light colored. Okay, don't do this at home, kids. Leaning on a couch.
Yeah. Can go.
And isn't that a very big one? She would call this a lap quilt.
Yes, yes, she would.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. That is pretty. Oh, it looks like she might have had an idea with the green. Okay, I'm seeing what she's doing. She's got this green color going all the way down. So if you look at the whole quilt, you can see how it's the center pieces that have a green. The center of the quilt. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I can see it now.
Well, you can, but it's too close for us to pick up on it. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
And you know, yeah, very nice. Yeah.
So here's my next one.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Isn't it? It's kind of fall. It's not a very big quilt. It's a smaller one. But it comes with a note.
Oh.
It says, these pieces my sister gave me. She has a sister in
Arkansas.
And she says, I did the best I could putting them together. It was hard. They were all hand pieced or hand stitched.
Oh, so then probably they weren't as even as what she would like them to be.
Right. There is one that I saw in here that was really not, you know, like it didn't come to the point in the right spot. Yeah, like this one's a little rough. Oh, you probably can't see it on the camera. Looks pretty.
No, you can't.
On the camera, but it's
no.
So what?
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. I'll see what you're saying.
That's what you get when you're sisters. So so the squares were hand stitched.
Yeah, the block.
The block was hand stitched, and then she stitched by machine the blocks together.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And our aunt used to send Mom quite a bit. She would find pieces that people would start quilts and send them off to Mom to do something with.
Yeah. And she got quite a bit of fabric from her sister too.
She did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was wonderful. She liked it. That was nice.
So this is a really.
Yeah, because typically I can't see Mom making a quilt that dark.
No. Yeah.
So.
And she just made it the size of all the pieces that she had. That was the size it's going to be because that's the pieces that she had that were like, yeah. So, and it's funny because as I'm going through my sewing room and getting things organized, I have found boxes of pre-cut pieces for quilting.
Oh yeah. I remember when we were sorting things out. Yeah. It was like, okay. I don't know if I was like, here, Dory, you can have them because I'll never put it together or what happened, but there was a lot of it.
I think there's some that are just squares. And I think we split those up, if I remember right. You took half of them, I took half, and you're like, oh, I could do that. It's just squares. But the interesting thing about Mom is that she was a scrap quilter. She never well, maybe once. It never went out and bought fabric.
Oh, yeah.
for her
Yeah,
quilt.
she did not buy her fabric. No, you're right. She was a scrap quilter. Go ahead, proceed,
Scrap
sorry.
quilter, yes. Yeah. I know that she made one for one of our cousins that had a horse in the center. And so
Yeah.
he had to specifically buy the horse. And that's so funny because after that, I went to a yard sale and found yardages with horses on it. So
Oh,
I had given them to her to help put the edges and stuff on it.
yeah,
But other than that, she did never buy fabric.
no. And everybody knew she made quilts. So, and she gave away a ton of quilts. Every cousin that graduated got a quilt.
Mhm.
Every cousin that got married got a quilt. Anybody else that she knew, her friends, her close friends, you know, she made them quilts and their kids' quilts. And, you know, everybody knew. And so there were certain family members that were attuned to that and her friends that said, oh, you know, so and so is getting rid of all of their fabric or getting rid of their scraps. Do you want it? Or they didn't even say, do you want it? Mom would come home and find boxes of fabric sitting on her porch in the back. So, yeah.
So.
Okay, so Nate decided to go on a journey someplace else. So
He's
we
done with
lost
quilts.
him for a while. He may be back. Okay, now the next quilt top that I have, Mom sometime, this one's sewing on. She would sew a note on her quilt.
Oh, she's so good on.
This one was sewed on. And it says, this quilt is called Lines. I made the mistake of making light and dark pieces. I should have had all of the dark pieces with the white lines. She made this quilt in 1998.
Oh.
You're the mathematician. You can figure out how long ago that was. So, and this is all made up of squares. There's no backing on it. No backing at all.
Mhm.
But this is what, you get an idea? Seeing it?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You can see the two, the white lines.
Okay, I see what she's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think next time we'll figure up another way to show these if you guys don't think this works, but so let us know. But this is it, and these were all pieces, little squares that she put together. Yeah. So I see what she was thinking, that the contrast was not enough between the white and the light pattern that she put in there.
Uh-huh.
But now most of her, well, I don't know, she made quilts of different sizes. She made queen size, she's made king size quilts. She made double size. I think, I don't know what most of them are, but you can always do the edging. Like you can see the edgings on these are quite large, and you can kind of add to it as you want to make it as big as you want, or to fit different size beds, you know, once the main piece is done. So yeah, a lot of work in that, a lot of work in those pieces. And her seams, look at her seams. They're all ironed down the way they should be.
Yeah.
And they're exactly, you know, the 1/4 of an inch, and they're all ironed nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of them not so much, but she did a good job. Well, she did better than me. I don't even tackle this. This is something that it's like, whoa.
The next one I have is squares too, but it's some plain squares and then squares with patterns in it, and then plain squares.
Oh, yeah. That's very nice. Is that beige or tan?
It is. It's a beige.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, very pretty.
So she put
I wish I knew the names of things of these quilts.
I could have looked them up. I have a ton of her quilt books.
Yeah, I know. I gave Doris got the quilt books because I'm not really into it. The only kind of quilting I want to learn to do, Mom showed me a little bit, is how to do crazy quilting. I love the crazy quilt designs. Yeah, look at that. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very good.
So
and it looks like a pretty big size quilt.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's a nice size.
Oh,
Oh, that looks heavy.
it is.
Because it has the sheets.
It has the sheets.
Mhm.
She sewed the quilt pieces onto the sheets because what she did was another one of her strip quilts is what she did.
Oh yeah, now see that's like the one I had with the angles.
Yeah, and this is the
Yep.
one, and there's nothing in between it though. It's just the blocks next
Right.
to each other. There's no
Yep.
division between each block.
Yep.
So that's what this is. This is really, I like this one. This is really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I like all of that design. And this fabric here, this with the stars, see that?
Mm-hmm. I have some.
That's in quite a few, yes. Someone gave her that, and I don't know how much the yardage is, but oh my, Doris has plenty of it. I have plenty of it. She's got it dispersed from her quilts, and I think she even made a quilt out of that, didn't she? With that being the main color.
Might have been.
I think she did. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come upon it if we do. But
yeah,
I love these strip quilts like this. Of course, that kind of leans towards the crazy quilt thing where it's just kind of free form and you put it together. And if you notice, in some of them, her colors are all coordinating. We'll tell you one of these days how she kept her fabric for her quilts. She had a sewing room like most of us, and it was very well organized for her fabrics, and everything was pressed and everything was color coordinated, but she didn't have it in a way that we think of organizing things today, like on shelves. She had everything in a little separate cardboard containers, little about maybe that high, and she would have all of her blues in there, and certain types of blues and certain types of greens in them, and they were all stacked up nice. And when she went to make a quilt, a project, she knew where to go, and then she would have another place that she would pull all of her fabric together for that quilt before she started on it. So she was pretty organized that way. Anyway, I really like this one. It's a nice one. They're all nice.
The next one I'm going to show is this pinwheel that you see behind me. This pinwheel. Look at the edging.
Oh, nice. Yes, I like it. The colors in that are so bright and vivid.
This is one of the brightest quilts I've ever seen her make. She didn't really like bright quilts.
No, she didn't.
She would say, oh, I don't like bright quilts. I love, this is the first one I'm going to actually put a backing on and quilt.
And I think that is called the pinwheel, I think.
The pinwheel, yes.
Yes.
It's just beautiful.
It is gorgeous. I love the colors in it.
Try to show you some more of the colors in it.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
And she was consistent. I mean, she used the same colors throughout. So
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just love the fabric she used for the edging.
I know. Is it polka dotted or animal print?
It's actually, I think it's shamrocks.
Oh, it is. I can see it. Yes, it's really pretty being blue. I didn't even think about shamrocks.
Yeah, because this is actually a teal color. I know it's coming out blue, but it's teal. If you take it.
Oh, it's teal.
It's
so now
teal and black.
So now the fabric in the pinwheels, the plain, is that blue or teal?
It's teal.
Oh, it's teal.
It's teal.
Oh, wow.
Back. Can you see the color better now? Is more of a teal or not really?
It looks blue. To me, on my camera, it looks blue. I don't know how it's going to come across in the end, but that you need to, when we get so we can actually see each other again. I don't recall that quilt at all, so I'd like to see it. Of course, there were so many of them.
Yeah. Yes.
Very, very pretty.
We did share some of the quilt tops with some of the, like we had a neighbor that took care of Mom quite a bit. Not took care of her, but well, kind of. if we couldn't get Mom to answer the phone and we were worried about her, the neighbor would go and check up.
Well, yeah, and she would take her into town shopping and towards the last couple of years, and she always called her every day to check on her. Yeah. And she called her at night sometimes to make sure she was okay.
So we gave her a couple of them quilt tops and things. Mm-hmm. But so that's it for the quilt tops that we had.
No, I had one more.
Oh, sorry.
So you started.
So for me, but she's got one more.
I have one more. And this one here is entirely different from the ones we've shown you. This one here does not she just did the blocks. You see the stitching on it.
Oh, uh-huh.
That's the back side of it. No note on this one, but she made this one. Well, let me get so I can open it up. Whoops, it went on the floor.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be this way or this way, but it's just white blocks with different color, 3 strips in each of the other blocks.
Yes.
And so this is one of her other ones. And I don't know what this is called, or if she came up with this on herself or her own or what, but the quilters out there will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now that's it for our quilts for this time. We're done now. Yes, we got this now.
Yes.
That's
So
okay.
That's it for the quilts for this show. If you really liked it and would like to see more of her quilts, we can do another one of these later on if you'd like.
Yes, because we do have plenty to show, and she's got.
And some of them have notes attached to them.
Yeah, like I had that one, and we have
Yeah.
a few. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we do have a few.
So don't forget, let your work brag about you. When you make something, that's what actually is happening. You're doing a little
Yeah, bragging about mom. Yeah,
Yeah,
and let your work show for itself. And when somebody gives you a compliment on it, then that feels good because you accomplished that. So
Yes.
yeah.
So we hope
Yeah.
you really enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment. We appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, bye. Is
Bye.
Nikki
And save
saying
all
bye?
your scraps for a quilt lover.
Yes. Yeah.
Scrap. There are a few out there that do scrap quilting yet.
Yes, there is.
So,
All
you
right.
want to say goodbye, Nate? He's back. Whoops. And he got the camera. Say goodbye. Whoops. Where are you?
Bye-bye.
There you
Bye.
go.